Let's take a look at the basics of a WIOA Title I-D youth program. WIOA Title I has 3 programs: Adult, Dislocated Worker, and Youth. To help give us an overview of the youth program, we have a quick video from Northern Virginia Employment and Training Services published in 2016. This video highlights the expectations and process of a young adult entering into a WIOA youth program.
This is Alex. He's looking to make a change in his life. For the longest time, Alex has been unhappy about not having the educational background necessary to enter the career path he would like. He would like to make a change, but doesn't know how. He thinks about it when he wakes up. He thinks about it while at work. He thinks about it while he waits for the bus. Alex feels stuck in the same routine. One day while waiting for the bus, he runs into his friend Julia. She is on her way home from the veterinarian's office where she works. Alex asks her how she got the skills required for the job.
I joined the WIOA Young Adult program, and they paid for me to attend veterinarian assistant training. When I first met with the career counselor, she let me take career assessments to figure out my strengths. She then helped me build my resume, prepared me for interviews, and gave me gas cards so I can get to my classes. She even helped me get a paid summer internship to help build my experience. I didn't have to pay for anything.
Alex was excited. He asked how he could join the program.
It's easy. Just gather the documents on this checklist and sign up for an information session. Make sure you bring your social security card, a picture ID, proof of citizenship or right to work documents, selective service confirmation, family size and income verification, and school records. One other thing, you should be able to relate to at least one of these categories: runaway homeless, foster care, pregnant or parenting, criminal record, high school dropout, disability, English language learner, or basic skills deficient. After that, the career counselor will let you know if you qualify and go over all the available opportunities for you to take advantage of.
Alex signed up for an information session as soon as he got home. While attending the information session, Alex learns that the WIOA program offers a variety of training and certification options, including commercial driver's license like he's been dreaming of. The career counselor approves Alex's documentation and schedules an intake meeting with him. Alex meets with his career counselor to do a career and interest assessment. She let him know that he has the potential to earn gift cards for completing his goals and has access to additional professional development opportunities while in the program, such as work readiness workshops, professional clothing assistance, leadership development, paid internships, gas cards, and more. Alex then began his CDL classroom training. He also received hands-on experience driving a truck through his training provider. Once he successfully completed the training, Alex earned his official Class A and B commercial driver's license. Do you feel stuck like Alex was? Are you tired of your minimum wage job? Are you ready for a new career? Gather the items noted on the document checklist found on the link below and sign up for an information session closest to you. And don't worry, your career counselor, teachers, job developers, follow-up specialists, and all of your supporters will be with you all along the way.
In case you didn't catch it all, we are going to break it down and review the critical pieces a little further. New York has divided the state into 33 local areas, each with its own local workforce development board, LWDB. The boards are made up of businesses, government, and nonprofit entities who create local policies and govern workforce programs such as the WIOA Youth Program. These boards are responsible for guidance and oversight of multiple entities to provide youth programs. Let's look at who a youth program serves. Who are the customers? WIOA targets specific populations within the larger young adult population, meaning not all young adults are eligible. Young adult customers are typically between the ages of 14 to 24 years old, face a qualifying barrier, are attending or not attending school, and low income. The spirit of the legislation is to provide wraparound services to young adults who need it the most. The barriers chosen for eligibility reflect the intent to serve individuals with barriers and vulnerable populations. So what is a qualifying barrier? To be eligible for programming, the legislation requires young adults to be facing one of the following: disability, homeless runaway, basic skills deficient, English language learner, justice system involvement, foster care system involvement, or aged out, pregnant or parenting, including non-custodial, other qualifying barriers approved by the local board. If you want to know more about eligibility, visit the New York State Department of Labor Youth Portal webpage. There are two categories young adults fall into: in-school youth and out-of-school youth. Here we have a breakdown of the eligibility criteria for in-school and out-of-school youth. In-school youth young adults are between ages 14 to 21, while out-of-school are 16 to 24. Both must face one or more qualifying barriers. All in-school youth must be low income, while only 3 barriers require a young adult to be low income for out-of-school youth. And lastly, in-school youth are attending and out-of-school youth are not attending school. One notable change from WIA is an increased focus to serve mostly out-of-school youth, a traditionally hard-to-serve population. Under WIOA, programs are now required to spend 75% of their funds serving out-of-school youth. This is another example of how the legislation is targeting hard-to-serve populations with barriers. Who benefits? Who doesn't? All eligible young adults benefit from the support and guidance they receive to help them achieve their academic and occupational goals. Programs provide a safe and supportive environment for young adults to explore their career pathways, build skills and work experience with guidance from program staff to help them overcome any barriers they face. With more skilled and employable young adults, businesses benefit by having a larger, work-ready pool of potential employees. It's a win-win for everyone. What should staff do before referring to a youth program? As mentioned earlier, WIOA has shifted focus to serving mostly out-of-school youth. As a result, some programs do not serve in-school youth. When referring a young adult to a youth program, staff should be aware of whether the local area serves in-school youth or not. They can begin by connecting with the youth point of contact in the local area. Next, staff should review the in-school youth and out-of-school youth criteria to see if the young adult is eligible to participate in the youth program. And lastly, staff should connect with their local area's youth point of contact to learn more about the specifics of enrollment procedures. Youth point of contact information for all 33 areas can be found on our website using the link on the slide. Now, let's take a look at a services overview for a youth program. There are core parts to services: intake and eligibility, assessments and service strategies, services, elements, and follow-up. Influencing all of these parts is the program environment. We are going to examine each of these parts a little more in depth. The first part is enrollment. After staff has completed their referral checklist and made a connection to a youth program, a young adult will go through an enrollment or orientation process. Orientations or enrollment meetings may be done in groups or one-on-one. It is at this point where a young adult's eligibility for programming will be determined. The amount of time for enrollment or orientation or the methods used to gather data may vary from program to program, but all young adults will complete this process before they can access services. Once a young adult goes through the intake process and is determined eligible, the next parts are assessment, and service strategy. Here, their needs and strengths are evaluated with objective assessments, and that information is used to help develop a strategy of services. The young adult and program staff develop an individualized service strategy together for exploration of career interests and development of a service plan, focusing on career pathways, career goals, and in-demand jobs and linkages to youth program elements. Young adults can begin to build skills and experiences in programming for career success as they move through services. In youth programs, young adults receive holistic support for achieving 5 goals: improving educational achievement, employment preparation, career success support, development of their potential, and help navigating transitions they encounter on the road to success. Young adults meet these service goals through the 14 elements offered in youth programs. The core of youth programs are the elements used to provide young adults with opportunities to advance their goals. Under WIOA, there are 14 elements that must be made available to young adults in youth programs. The first category of elements focuses on supporting young adults with attaining educational goals. Elements such as tutoring, alternative secondary education, transition into post-secondary and integrated education, to overall support for success in education. The second category focuses on preparation for employment. Elements such as work experience, occupational skills training, integrated education, and labor market information help youth gain the skills, knowledge, and experiences necessary for work. Category number 3 is supporting career success. These elements are all about connecting young adults to the life skills and support services they need to help maintain continued employability. Elements here include comprehensive guidance and counseling, supportive services, and financial literacy. The fourth category is developing leadership potential. Here, elements such as entrepreneurial skills and adult mentoring connect young adults to systems and strategies beyond just getting a job. These elements help shape and support leadership potential. After a young adult has finished programming, then the follow-up will begin. Follow-up is more than a phone call. It consists of regular check-ins with the young adult to track their progress in education and/or employment goals, to continue to assist with career navigation and planning, and last for at least 1 year. Follow-up also includes connecting the young adults with services as needed to help them in remaining on the path of success through job clubs, alumni events, job fair participation, and more. This flow of services is designed to optimize young adults' abilities for educational and workforce success. The environment is a key player in youth programs. It influences all the services young adults receive and is an important part of recruitment and retention. Youth programs uniquely integrate the needs, goals, and strengths of young people with youth voice and culture to provide one-of-a-kind services in a safe, social setting that creates a sense of belonging and builds leadership capacity. This includes activities such as game nights, job clubs, workshops, and leadership opportunities, all while providing continual support with youth-positive development. As a review, there are 4 key parts to a WIOA Title I-D youth program: intake, assessments and service strategy, services, and follow-up. As demonstrated by the graphics, all 4 of these parts are influenced and enhanced by the program environment. So how is this different from WIA? As mentioned throughout the webinar, there have been several important changes from WIA to WIOA. The biggest are the larger focus on out-of-school youth, increasing the age from 21 to 24, 20% expenditure on work experience, and increasing the elements from 10 to 14. Training is available to programs on local, state, and national levels. New York State Department of Labor Youth Team conducts webinars, technical assistance calls, individualized solution finding, and maintains the youth portal and support to programs. There are additional local and national resources for professional development as well. If you'd like more information or a handout, check out our fact sheet at the website above. And for any questions, please feel free to email the youth team at New York State Department of Labor or to connect with a youth program in your local area. We hope as a collective, we all can help young adults to succeed on their career pathways. Thanks for listening.